Hi, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be talking about the new moon in Leo happening on July 28th, 2022 at 10:55 a.m. Pacific time. This new moon is at 5 degrees 39 minutes of Leo, and it is trine Jupiter at 8 degrees 43 minutes of Aries. So with the new moon in Leo, this is a great time to really get in touch with what lights you up and to do the things that really make your inner child happy. So whatever it is that makes you feel alive and like you are your most authentic self, that is what the new moon in Leo reminds us of and reminds us to do. And so with that trine to Jupiter in Aries, this just amplifies that energy, that childlike energy and that sense of adventure. And Jupiter in Aries is an amazing combination. It is like, it reminds me of like Pippi Longstocking or like Huckleberry Finn kind of energy, like, you know, like running away and like going on a river and floating off to some place, not knowing where you're going kind of thing. That's what Jupiter in Aries reminds me of. And there have actually been some movies coming out recently too that have like that adventure vibe going on. And so it could be a great time for going on a journey, going on a short trip or maybe even a long trip. But anything that really brings that sense of adventure is what this could bring. And then Mercury at 18 degrees 22 minutes of Leo is trine Chiron retrograde at 16 degrees 24 minutes of Aries. So with Mercury trine Chiron, this could also be bringing up wounds from your childhood that maybe you feel the need to talk through or write down in a journal about. And it's a good time for addressing those things, maybe with someone that you trust, or even like directly speaking to someone who you need to resolve like those wounds around. So maybe having like a forgiveness kind of conversation, or you know, maybe somebody needs to apologize conversation, that kind of like resolution of those wounds could be had during this time. And then Mercury is also squaring off to Mars at 15 degrees 57 minutes of Taurus, Uranus at 18 degrees 37 minutes of Taurus, and the North Node at 19 degrees 20 minutes of Taurus. So this is a major conjunction going on with that Mars, Uranus, and North Node all in Taurus, and then Mercury squaring that. And then there's actually even more aspects happening too with Mercury is also going to be opposite Saturn retrograde at 23 degrees 8 minutes of Aquarius. And then of course there's the South Node in Scorpio at 1837 of Scorpio. So this is actually a grand cross, or also known as a grand square, happening. So it's a big one. But yeah, let's just kind of talk about that Mars Uranus North Node conjunction. This is a pivotal moment for making a major change or a life decision, and really like, getting in touch with your integrity and doing what's right for your self-worth and and then just taking action. So this can also be showing up is like breakthroughs, like this action will lead to a major breakthrough for you. Or this could even show up in the collective or in the world as major scientific breakthroughs. And I just, with Mars Uranus, it could bring up some amount of anger. And so how you kind of deal with that anger is very important. But some people might be acting in, an erratic way in the world or around you, potentially, because of that Mars Uranus. Because you've got the planet that has to do with anger, and Uranus, which is unexpected. So there is that aspect of things where there could be unexpected bursts of anger in some way or another. But I feel like these bursts of anger are just moments of truth shining through that need to be expressed. Because oftentimes with bursts of anger, it just is like this kind of need to kind of express what's really going on, like this, I just need to tell you what's going on here kind of vibe, like I need to set this boundary, I need to do this, like that's what it can kind of be. And with that Mercury opposite Saturn, this could be bringing like just like this sort of accountability into focus. So like this need for accountability or something that needs to be expressed that has been weighing on you, that kind of thing, with Mercury opposite the Saturn retrograde. So it's like, like a weight is being lifted when you are able to communicate whatever that feeling is that needs to be expressed, or that thing, whatever it is, whether it's a decision being made or a boundary being made. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this Grand Cross energy, is that there's just been maybe just needing to do that, right? And then Venus at 12 degrees 55 minutes of Cancer is squaring the midpoint between Jupiter at 8 degrees 43 minutes and Chiron at 16 degrees 24 minutes, both in Aries. So with Venus in Cancer, it is really wonderful for creating harmony in the home and enjoying your home more and creating beauty in your home. And with the square to Jupiter and Chiron, Jupiter is kind of creating this sort of rift where it's like really desiring adventure, like it's getting restless, it's wanting to explore, it's wanting to do something outside of the home. And Chiron is creating this kind of rift where it's experiencing like old wounds and past wounds around childhood perhaps, and just kind of like, it's kind of, upsetting that harmony that, Venus in Cancer is really just trying to attain or maintain. But it's like, sometimes it's a matter of kind of trying to appease that Aries energy, that restless energy that just needs to maybe get out of the house. So maybe try to find that balance between creating your nest and exploring the world. So you know, and if you've been more out and about in the world, maybe your home needs a little more attention and love, and to be, maybe it's time to, take some time at home, possibly, if you've been on the other end of that with the adventure seeking and not being at home as often. And then Venus in Cancer is sextile Mars in Taurus, and this is a great combination, and it's wonderful for relationships because, both Venus and Mars are they're the masculine and the feminine, or feminine and masculine. Venus is the feminine, Mars is the masculine, in sextile. And sextile is a really, it's one of the best aspects because it is that perfect balance of like, it's kind of like got like an engine or something. Like it's like, they are pushing each other forward, and it's like a good team. They're like working together. And with Venus sextile Mars in Taurus, they're both content being home and cuddling together and like just hanging out in their nest. So that's an amazing combination. And then Neptune retrograde at 25 degrees 12 minutes of Pisces is sextile Pluto retrograde at 27 degrees 9 minutes of Capricorn. And what I really was thinking about, because I've actually talked about this sextile before, is that this is revealing the secrets of our world. So it sounds kind of like cool, but it also really, think about it, like how many secrets have been revealed in our world, whether it's the history of our world, or, the political system. The secrets are being revealed. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from that sextile now. All right, that's everything for this new moon. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. I appreciate it very much, and have an awesome time.